We've got new content to go over today, a couple new programs, some new packs, new Conquest map, the start of a double XP week, not weekend, but let's go over the new content today. Y'all can see I've got last ride Nolan Ryan on the mound. I'm currently beating the Rockies 45-2, and I'll show you guys why I'm doing this here in just a second and talk about it a little bit later in this video. But Nolan Ryan, a 27 strikeout game. I had a lot of runs, things like that. Again, I'll cover this a little bit later in the video. You guys will kind of see why as we progress, but I'll talk about it later on in the video in specifics. But already, look at this. I got some packs. I got a Tops Now card. But we got new cards to go over, new diamonds, new programs, new packs, a lot of stuff to talk about. In the comment section, I really want to see your thoughts on everything, whether you like it or dislike it. What are you most excited for? What have you been up to? What are you working on first? Just everything. Drop it down in that comment section, especially if I missed something, but I'm going to try to cover everything here today. So I think I want to go ahead and start with the new programs. In the themed programs, we have the Last Ride program, which we're probably going to talk about first. But if you go over to Spotlight, we have our first April Spotlight drop, 88 Jordan Westberg. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's go ahead and take a look at the Last Ride program. We can see we can earn a David Ortiz, and we can see a Mike Mussina, some stubs, some XP along the way. So let's just start by taking a look at the rewards. 1,000 XP to start, a show pack after that, 250 stubs, 1,000 more XP, 2,000 XP plus Mike Mussina. Last Ride series card, 87 overall. But look at the hits per 9 and the strikeouts per 9. A little bit scary right there. He does have a sinker, knuckle curve, cutter, circle change, and a slider. I've been a big fan of Mike Mussina cards in the past, but that hits per 9 does scare me. You see the control in the top right looking really good for him. The pitch break not looking too bad either. But again, man, with breakout liar even, that hits per 9 is going to be pretty scary for Mike Mussina. But moving on down, you got 250 stubs, 1,000 XP, some standard packs, 2,000 more XP, 3,000 XP, and a David Ortiz at the end of the program. Another Last Ride series card. 97 and 96 for his contact numbers. 105 power versus righties. Still not bad. 71 versus lefties. Now he's a first baseman, but I imagine a lot of people would probably use him at maybe DH. 41 fielding, 37 reaction for David Ortiz. 12 speed for him, and you guys can see some quirks as well. Dead red breaking ball hitter. Two of my favorite quirks. Missing that two strike one though. But we got David Ortiz to end the program, and this is something you're able to do for content drops. You have to kind of guess on what the missions could be. I knew there was a Last Ride program coming, so I put some Last Ride types of cards on my team, and we got some Last Ride tasks here. But you can do the same thing with April Spotlight, maybe some Tops Now, some of those Spotlight series cards. But let's take a look at the Last Ride tasks, and you'll kind of see some stuff along the way. We can see right here, hey, some PXP with Last Ride series pictures. I got that done because I had a game, and that game ended after the content came out. I had a Last Ride picture on the mound. But let's take a look at what you need to do. So Mussina's Magnificence. Am I pronouncing that right, dude? I'm probably not. Pitch an inning with Mike Mussina, strike out 2 batters for 5 points. If you pitch an inning without giving up 2 runs for that moment, you get 5 points. A third moment to pitch 2 innings while striking out 2, you get 5 more points. So 15 just from these moments. Again, you got to get up to 50 points in the program. 10 innings pitched with Yankees cards in any mode in Diamond Dynasty. That's going to be 5 points. And then 500 PXP with Last Ride series pitchers. That's going to be 5 points. So again, these are any mode in Diamond Dynasty. So we got 25 points here. There's going to be 25 points here. Opening day blast, David Ortiz, 2 hits, 1 extra base hit in a single game, 4 total bases in a single game, 1 homer in a single game, and then 15 hits with Red Sox players in any Diamond Dynasty mode for 5 points, and then 500 PXP with Last Ride series hitters. That's the game you saw. I had Last Ride hitters, and I had Tops Now hitters, anticipating a Last Ride program, and then that April Spotlight program. I was just guessing, and we got some of it done with that PXP, so I got a little bit of a head start on this program. That's something you guys could do for any content drop. You just got to get lucky on your guesses for what some of the missions might be. But let's go ahead and take a look at our next program of the year. We have the April Spotlights. Earn a Jordan Westberg. This is where you're going to see Tops Now, the season awards cards, kind of going to play into lightning cards. We'll take a look at these cards here in a second once we check out the pack shop. Right now, I want to be focused on this April Spotlight drop number 1. Go through the program. Y'all can see same thing. Hey, I've got a little bit of progress already. We'll cover that in just a second, but it's pretty much the same thing, but just different types of missions. But you got a pack. We have our first Tops Now card. It's going to be Cameron Misner from the Rays, outfielder, left field primary, lefty. 80 and 70 for his contact numbers, 82 and 65 for the power numbers, 75 fielding, 79 reaction, 87 speed with 90 stealing for Cameron Kisner right here. Most of these Tops Now cards probably not going to have any quirks on them, but we'll check them anyways just in case. We have a show pack at 15, Mackenzie Gore at 20 points, lefty starting pitcher, 4-seam slider, 12-6 curve, circle change, and a cutter. The velo in the top right. You can see the control in the top right for him, the pitch break in the top right as well for Mackenzie Gore, a road warrior. 80 hits per 9, 87 stamina, control a little bit low, but breaks sitting at 99 for Mackenzie Gore. At 25 points, another pack, 30 for a ball-in, 35 for a standard, 5,000 XP at 40 points. April Spotlight drop number 1. Again, I'm going to talk about these players. I'm going to show their attributes once we check out the pack store in a minute, but let's go over Jordan Westburg right here to end the April Spotlight drop number 1. Your first Spotlight Series card of the year from a program. Third baseman, also plays second and short. 93 contact versus righties, 72 versus lefties, 81 power versus righties, 71 versus lefties, 67 vision, 83 fielding, 77 reaction, 86 speed for this Jordan Westburg. My favorite quirk, unfazed, but he's also got dead red among some others. And that's going to be our April Spotlight drop number 1 program. Again, y'all saw me in a game. Y'all saw me with 10 points. Like I said, I had last ride cards. I had Tops Now cards in my lineup, anticipating some potential missions. And I got done homers with third baseman and then strikeouts with starting pitchers. And that's how I got to 10 points already in the program. Now, one thing I want to mention is if you do all of these moments and you do the optional extreme moment, you have the program done. Back-to-back-to-back homers, all-star difficulties with the Yankees gets you 26 points, completely optional, but if you feel like you can do it, if you do it, that's going to get you 26 points, and then all you would have to do to get the final 24 is all of these moments. But taking a look at these moments here that we have, 1 homer and 1 plate appearance with Austin Wells. Same thing with Tyler O'Neill, but for 1 game, you got to hit that homer. Strike out 3 batters with Mackenzie Gore. Hit a homer with Cameron Misner. Hit a homer with Mookie Betts. Again, these are both plate appearances right here. 1 game as the Marlins recreate the ending of the finale. Get that walk-off with them. And then final moment, Jordan Westburg tally 4 total bases in 1 game for the moments. But we have drop 1 PXP missions. 1,000 parallel XP with drops 1, Tops Now, and Spotlight Series players. I'm guessing that's going to include the guys from the pack since it's part of drop 1, but also includes these Tops Now cards here. 1,000 PXP with those for 10 points. 5 points if you get 350 PXP with that Misner. 5 points if you get 500 PXP with that Mackenzie Gore. We got some stat missions. You need 5 total homers with third baseman, 50 total bases with second baseman, 25 strikeouts for starting pitchers. And notice for these missions, just like we've been seeing all year in the programs, any mode in Diamond Dynasty, it's not online, it's not offline, it's both. You can do whatever you want. 15 extra base hits with Orioles. That's going to get you 5 points. Optional Spotlight Pack Collection. There's going to be Tops Now and these, I guess not season awards, but Spotlight Series cards in the pack. If you collect the 3 Tops Now cards, then you're able to get 15 points, collect 288s, you're able to get 35 points here in this program if you're opening packs, if you're buying those players. And we also have some collections to talk about, the Lightning and the Retro Lightning coming on May 6th. We don't know who that's going to be yet, but I do want to talk about that. I do want to talk about collections a little bit later on, but let's go ahead and take a look at the pack. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the pack store. Here for MLB The Show 25 today, we got a new Chase card, probably a new headliner as well, but I want to start with the April Spotlight Pack, the drop number 1. Let's start with the Tops Now cards. We can see 86 Austin Wells. Catcher card, better contact and power, way better, honestly, versus righties compared to lefties for the lefty. But 85 fielding, 73 blocking, 78 reaction. Really not too bad at catcher, especially with 47 speed. That's not bad for an 86 catcher, the first card in the pack. Next up is Max Muncy. I was telling y'all yesterday how confused I was at first seeing a Max Muncy on the Athletics. I had forgotten about this one, but he's got a 101 contact versus lefties, 74 and 81, kind of balanced, not amazing, but also not terrible power numbers. He's going to be hitting some bombs. Second baseman, also plays third and short. 79 fielding, 63 speed for this Max Muncy. And then the final 86 here in the pack is going to be Griffin Conine. Right fielder, also plays left field for the lefty. 92 contact versus right, 84 versus left, 80 and 65 for his power numbers. 99 max arm strength in right field for Griffin Conine. with 63 speed here. Your final of the Tops Now cards in the pack. And then we have 288 overalls, and I guess you would say the rare round. It's 1 in 5 odds for that. I didn't mean to back out. That's my bad. But let's check out Nick Pivetta. Starting pitcher for the Padres. Spotlight Series card. Our first of 2 of these here in the pack. 4-seam, 12-6 curve, sweeper, cutter, and a slider. See the velo on the top right. You see the control in the top right. You see the pitch break in the top right. Looking pretty good on 3 of his 5. 93 hits per 9 with 97 pitching clutch. 77 control. 71 velo. No quirks for Nick Pivetta. And man, could you imagine if the Cardinals had somebody like Tommy Edman? I can't wait to get this dude on my team. I always love his swing and MLB The Show. Second baseman, also plays short and center field for the switch hitter. 71 contact versus righties, way better. 94 versus lefties. 61 power versus righties, way better. 81 versus lefties. 90 fielding, though, with second short center field for his positions. 86 reaction, 69 speed. He's going to be able to play in a few different positions for y'all for this 88 Tommy Edman. And keep in mind, okay, so y'all saw me in that game. Again, you have to exit out of the game after the content has dropped. You can't just exit out before the content's dropped. You need it to drop. So I like to have a Twitch stream up or something and be able to see someone going through the program, be able to see that it's actually live. But keep in mind, hey, there's Tops Now cards in here. There's Spotlight Series cards in here. If you go back to the program, again, we're not done going over content today yet, but I just want to reiterate, go to the Spotlight program. Hey, Tops Now in here, Spotlight card in here. You're able to get one of those packs from the shop in here. Maybe you'll get a little bit lucky. I'm very curious to see if y'all do get lucky on these. But keep in mind, once they drop the second one, there's probably going to be missions where you need, hey, maybe some stats or some PXP with Tops Now or Season Awards cards to start that next drop. So it's not guaranteed. It's probably what I would do is having some Tops Now and some Spotlight cards in my lineup. But just something to keep in mind is that for drop 2, they might have missions where you need to just straight up use Tops Now or some Spotlight Series cards. Just something to keep in mind. And kind of hinted at it. Again, we don't know the cards yet, but if you check out collections, there's a new Spotlight Series collection tab. And you have April Lightning, April Retro Lightning, and it looks like we're going to have 5 drops for the Season Award stuff, whatever you want to call it, coming now until May 6th. If you collect 5 of those end program cards, that's how you're going to get the April Lightning player. The first is Jordan Westburg. We'll have a drop every week. I'm guessing that 5th drop is probably going to add up to May 6th. You'll have to play through that, and then you'll be able to collect all 5 of those program cards. So you might want to be staying up on those Spotlight programs, staying caught up on those. But we also have April Retro Lightning. So just like in previous years, I don't know if they did this last year, but in other years they had Retro Lightning cards. That's coming back this year. And you need to collect April Spotlight pack players. There's going to be 10 of them. It looks like that's going to be every rare card. I don't know if it is, but it looks like it's going to be every rare card because I think we're going to have 5 different drops. This is the first one. There's 288s. So if there's 288s in the next one, it's going to be 5 times 2 if they keep doing 2 per week. That's going to be 10, but maybe they'll drop 3 or 4 of the rare cards in the next one or in future ones. But as of right now, it looks like we're going to have to collect all of the rare cards if we want to get that Retro Lightning player. So I'm very interested to see if it does work out like that or if you're going to be able to miss out on a few. I'm really not sure, but that's one thing to keep in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is that we have on April 25th, the Legends and Flashbacks collection dropping. You'll notice there's lots of series for cards here. Last Ride, even though it says complete for only 4. In the top right, it says that the collection will be updated on April 25th, okay? So keep that in mind. It's probably going to be more than 4. There's Mike Mussina and David Ortiz going to be available from the Last Ride program, okay? That's going to be some of them. There's cards available in other places like the Common Courtesy program, but just keep in mind, you probably want to be prepared. I'm guessing, especially if it's a sought-after card, the price of some of these cards leading up until then, and then even after it drops, could be going up for some of these different card series for cards. So just make sure you're staying caught up, grinding programs, earning the unlockable cards. Maybe if you want to, picking up some cards in the market. I got no idea how many cards you're going to actually need for the programs. But let's check out the shop. We do have some more cards in here to go over. We have, no, he's not new, is he? Yeah, I was going to say, Robin Yount's not new, but we do have a new Chase card. Chase pack number 4 features Brian Reynolds, switch hitting, 90 overall. I got a feeling this is probably going to be the most expensive Chase card of the year, man. I love me some Brian Reynolds. He's going to be one of the better cards at the time of recording this, at the time of this drop. 93 and then 108 contact versus lefties. 82 power versus righties, 70 versus lefties, 101 clutch for Brian Reynolds, 88 fielding with 75 reactions, 78 speed. Not a terrible arm. Plays center field, but then also left field. He's got dead red and breaking ball hitter among some other quirks. That's going to be the brand new chase card today. I don't want to spend stubs on packs, but I really want Brian Reynolds, man. And I got stubs. I could probably end up buying them. I'm going to be doing a pack opening here in the next few days as well, probably. Maybe we could get a little bit lucky. Maybe a chase pack out of a standard pack. You know, that'd be pretty sick to see. But we also have a new Conquest map today. I don't think there's a new Diamond Quest or a new mini season, but we do have a new Conquest map that dropped today, the Sword map. So another one that I'm going to have to try to stay a little bit caught up on. Maybe while I'm grinding out, finishing the last ride, the Spotlight programs. But we got 4 strongholds, Diamondbacks, Braves, Pirates, and Rangers. Probably some hidden rewards on the map. But taking a look at the actual goals, we got 500 stubs in XP for the first 2, plus 250 for 750 there, I guess. A show pack, another show pack, 1000 XP. A show pack, another show pack, plus 1250 XP. 5 show packs. A Ballin' is a habit pack plus 1500 XP to finish the map. So I know a lot of people have been wanting another Conquest map. We did get one here today. Some packs, some stubs, some XP. I'm interested to see what the hidden rewards are on the map as well. I'll probably get this done, grinding out that last ride and then the Spotlight program. Whichever one it is. I think it might be the Spotlight one that has the extreme moment though. I'm probably just going to start with that extreme moment and then try to do all the other ones. I'm probably not going to end up doing any missions besides the one that I already got done for that. And if I'm not mistaken, hopefully I'm not missing anything. Weekend Classic starts in about a week. We have a double XP week going on until then. We got a new event, April Showers, a new Diamond Quest coming on April 8th. So we got a lot of stuff coming, including that second XP path. But I'm pretty sure that I covered everything here today. I could be wrong. If I missed anything, definitely let me know down in the comment section. But double XP week, April Spotlight program, last ride program, new Conquest map, new chase card, all of that stuff. Get ready for collections on the 25th. Weekend Classic on the 11th. Second inning XP path on the 11th. April Showers, new Diamond Quest, new event coming on the 8th. So a lot of stuff coming, a lot of stuff today. Can't wait to see your thoughts on everything. What do you think? What are you most excited for? All that stuff. As always, feel free to drop a like if y'all enjoyed. Subscribe for daily MLB 25 videos. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. I guess I can real quick one more time before I go, in case anyone's still wondering. Why was I in that game to start the video? Because I knew the last ride program was coming out. I knew we were getting our first Spotlight drop. So there was already last ride cards in the game. We already had Tops Now cards in the game. I was hoping there would be some missions for last ride in that program for Tops Now in the program for that. So you guys can see my lineup. I got last ride cards, I got Tops Now cards, and then I also had a last ride pitcher. That's who I used for the entire game, was Nolan Ryan. I struck out every single hitter, and there just happened to be a mission for striking out 25 people with starting pitchers. There was also a PXP mission for last ride cards and also for the last ride hitters in addition to pitchers. So I guess I had no idea what the missions were going to be. You guys can probably do that with Tops Now with Spotlight Series cards for the next drop a week from today or whenever that comes out. And that's basically what I did. I just tried to prepare. This is something you've been able to do for years. It's something you're going to continue to be able to do this year. At least I would expect. They haven't patched it for years. I don't think they would patch it now. But just something to keep in mind in case you want to try to guess, get lucky, and get a little bit of a head start on some programs. If you have any questions about what I did, maybe something's confusing, feel free to drop it in the comments. Myself or somebody else could try to get you an answer. But like and subscribe. Daily MLB 25 videos. Streams will be coming back here in the next day or two. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And I hope you have a great weekend. And happy grinding for this next week of Double XP.